Speaking of reaching goals, you did reach a pretty massive tournament win towards the end of Verdansk. And tell us about that time in your life where uh, you finished first and won a couple of things at the same time with a group of people, and just taking that. Was there validation to that? Did it make it feel like it was all worth it?
There was. I remember to the Verdansk when we're talking about with Braalik and Nick. When we won that customs, the Twitch rivals, the 75K. Man, I try to put it into words, but because that was like my first ever win. But I remember when I won, it like dude, my face was like numb, dude. I was sitting at my setup and I looked over at chat, and I think that day was like one of my highest organic viewer days. We probably had like a couple thousand, and plus usually when you win, tons of people will come see what you're doing. And so I looked over and I saw like however many, maybe like 2,500 people, chats flying. I'm seeing all the same homies from every day spamming emotes, and they're like, let's go. And like it just felt like this one moment I had been working for so many months and so long. It was finally there. And I felt like in a way like it wasn't real, but it was real, like imposter syndrome. Like I couldn't believe it. And I knew I wanted to win more and I wanted to do it more because I didn't want it to be like, I didn't win it all and then kind of lay back and be like, all right, we did it. I showed the world I could win a customs. I'm good. Like a big high level customs. Like I'm good now. It was like, I want to prove this wasn't a fluke. This wasn't just some random thing. Like Zach can win and I can win often. So it was crazy, man. Very, very crazy. And to do it with Brolic, just because he's one of the most genuine guys in the scene, man. And I've spoke on it on stream a lot, where when it comes to like team and stuff like that, I always excel more and I play more when I really have a love for my teammate and I want to win for them just as bad as I want to win for me. And similar to when it comes to socking, how bad I want to win for the community. It just really does kind of take me to a whole nother level and gets me more passionate, more locked in. And when I had B and dude, one of the sweetest guys ever, like DMing me and all this stuff, and him having so much belief and us wanting to be like the underdogs and really kind of take the scene by surprise of like, yo, they won? Like who? And like us sharing that moment together, like will always be one of my favorite gaming moments. And I will always have so much love for B just as a homie and a teammate, and being able to kind of prove the world wrong in a way at that time.
It was such a like a one of the most unique situations that as a viewer watching that unfold, because of going through the years of unfortunate circumstances, stream snipers, the hacker resets that would never reset, a lot of hard luck situations, a lot of close calls, and then finally it all coming together to this one moment, and then watching the actual moment that you guys realize that you win, and hearing the screaming, watching your faces, watching the just elation that you felt. It was like overwhelming at the time as a viewer, as part of the community as well, but also kind of like you're hyped, but at the same time you just want to sit back and watch what happens, but also want to be involved in the chat. But what was your first thoughts when you realized that you had won custom Twitch rivals?
I can literally like vividly see being at the setup. What I was thinking, I think my brain was just blank because I didn't know what the heck was going on. I was mind blown. But I just remember I just wanted to like, I didn't want that moment to ever end. Like I just wanted to sit there and like just bask in the moment as long as I could, and just like, oh, again, dude, all the sleepless nights, all the, just wanting to prove something so bad. And like you were talking about previously, getting shafted in so many different ways early on in all these tournaments. And at the time, like obviously I had a belief in the scene would keep going, but like this, like you always have these thoughts back then of like, this might be my last tournament. Like, what if I never get another shot? What if I completely bomb today? No one ever wants to play with me again. And so to have all those nights as well of kind of doubting, like, will I ever get another spot for sure? And to win that again with Brolic and Nick and have chat there. I just wanted to see, I just wanted to talk to everyone in chat at that point. I just couldn't believe it. I just wanted to literally just sit there and bask with everything with the homies, talk about the memories and everything. And at the time, I don't think I ever told anyone. People saw him, but I didn't. My dad he was watching the tournament from his house, and he probably lived like 5 minutes away from me. And one of the times I'd gotten up and went to the bathroom, I didn't even know my dad was in my house. He was like standing there, and he had tears in his eyes because he was so excited that I won because he knew how bad I wanted it. And man, damn near bear hugged me off the ground, picked me up and swung me around like I was a little kid. But it was just so cool to, again, like you were saying, share that moment with everyone. I just want to talk about it with everyone in chat and all the homies, and have my dad, like, who's been my ride or die, to literally come over to my house and just so he could hug me and tell me how proud he was. It was a very, very satisfying feeling for sure.